class we learned how to create a basic couch with the help of Connect and Extrude tool. For creating this couch, I create a box with the help of Box tool in the top viewport. So first I click on the middle mouse key or scroll wheel. So it's turned into a active viewport. Then click and hold and then drag for creating this box base, and then click to define this height. And in case if you want to exit from the box tool, just right click to exit from the box tool. Then I switch to perspective viewport by clicking on the scroll wheel and then press F4 for shaded view. Now we have to convert this box into a editable poly object. So I click on the modify button, then right click on the box tool and then convert into editable poly. So it's turned into a editable poly object. Then I select edge mode. I have to create a connection here because I want to create a L-shaped sofa. So you can create a connection with the help of these edges. You can select this edge and then click on the ring selection. By clicking on the ring selection, you can see in the perspective viewport all these edges are selected. And the second method for creating ring selection is first I click outside, then click and drag and create a window selection in this way. So you can select these edges in the ring selection with this method. In case if you want to click and drag like this, so these edges are selected in the ring selection for creating connection in this direction. But I have to create a connection in this direction, so I select these edges with the window selection, or simply you can click on one edge then click on the ring, so it's turned into a ring selection. And the keyboard shortcut is Alt R. So first I click outside, then select only this edge. By pressing Alt R you can apply ring selection. So it's another way for creating ring selection. Now I press F3 for shaded view, then right click and then click on the connect setting button. Here you can type number of connections. In case if you want to create more than one, you can type here, then click on this apply button for creating this connection. In case if you want to move this in left or right side, choose select and move tool. By clicking on these handles, first turn this viewport into a active viewport because this perspective viewport is currently active viewport. So by clicking on the middle mouse key, I turn this into a active viewport, then click and drag in the right side by using this red color handle or this x-axis handle. After creating this connection in the perspective viewport, you can see a separate polygon is created. Now you can select this polygon by clicking on this. First switch to polygon mode from this area, or you can also select from here. So after selecting this, you can extrude this by using extrude tool. This tool available on the side panel. By clicking on these setting button, you can apply extrude. So I click on this setting button, or you can find this tool on the right click also. So right click here, click on the setting button, this tool available here. By clicking on this, you can apply extrude. In the first parameter, local normal should be selected, then click and drag on the up and down arrow keys, or you can write down the specific extrude amount in this parameter. After extrude, click on this first button. In case if you want to extend this little bit more, so first activate this top viewport by middle mouse key, then hover your mouse on this green color handle. When this icon appear, just click and drag, no need to press any key. So this polygon move little bit outside, so this extrude amount should be increased with this method. After extrude this, you can click outside for deselecting. You are not able to see these edges, so press F4 for shaded view, and then you can create more connections in this area. So first I switch to edge mode, and then select this edge from the top viewport, or you can select this from the perspective viewport also. Then click on the ring button, so all these edges got selected. You can see in the wireframe mode by pressing F3. Then I right click, click on the connect button, type 1 and then apply. Okay, now I switch to top viewport. Sometime by mistake you click on the viewport, so this selection got deselected. By double click on this edge, you can create selection in a loop, and then select this green color handle and move in the y axis. Okay, you can see this preview in the perspective viewport also. Now I select this edge, or you can select this edge from the perspective viewport. You can select any edges in this row and then click on the ring selection applied on this edge, and with the same method you can create a connection. So right click and then click on the setting button, apply this. By using this red color handle, I move this in the right side. Make sure width should be same, so you can maximize this by pressing Alt W and then click and drag. So a square should be created here for same width. Then I click outside to deselect this. Now I switch to 4 viewport window and minimize this perspective viewport and this top viewport also. Now I switch to polygon mode and make sure this select tool is selected. By pressing Ctrl key and then click on these polygon, I can select all these polygon one by one by simple Ctrl and click. After selecting these polygon, we extrude them in the Z axis. You can see upside is Z axis. So first I click on the select and move tool, then press Alt and scroll wheel for changing the orientation in the perspective viewport. By pressing shift key and then click and drag by using this handle, you can apply extrude, or you can also use extrude tool. By pressing Ctrl Z, you can undo. In case if you want to apply extrude tool, right click and then click on the extrude setting button. By click and hold on the up and down arrow keys and then move upside for increasing extrude amount. In case by mistake you click outside, this polygon got deselected and they will not extrude. So simply you can press Ctrl key and then click to select this polygon one by one. Okay, then you can apply this extrude amount. In case if you want to move little bit, so select these green color handles and then move up or down. Sometime by mistake if you click outside, the polygon got deselected. You can select these polygon, or simple method is you can switch to vertex mode and then select all these vertices from the front viewport. All these vertices turn into red, it means they are selected. By changing these vertices position, you can move up or down, same as extrude amount. After changing back support height, you can click outside, or you can click on the editable poly to exit from the editing mode. Next step is applying smoothness on the corners. So you have to create multiple connections on the corner. So you can select these edges for creating connections. I show you. First I select this edge subdivision mode. From the top viewport, you can select this edge by clicking on this, or you can create a window selection like this for creating ring selection, or simple you can select one edge then click on the ring button for creating ring selection. Then right click, click on the connect tool. Here you can define number of connections, then apply. In case if you want to move this edge in left side or right side, first click outside to deselect, then double click on this edge for loop selection, then zoom little bit and then move this in the corner. Distance should be like this, same as I select this and then move. here. Okay, same as you have to create multiple connections on the edges. Now I select this edge from the perspective viewport. You can also select this from the top viewport. Now I click on the ring button. You can see all these edges got selected. Same as I create two connections, then click outside. From the top viewport I select this by double click and then move nearby this corner, same as this edge. In case distance is little bit more, you can double click on this edge and move nearby this. Okay, same as you can select this edge, this one, by double click and then move nearby this edge. By clicking on this edge, you can see this edge in the top viewport. It plays here, so it should be nearby this edge. If you move outside from this edge, so a distortion will be created like this. So press Ctrl Z. It should be placed nearby or just before this edge. Same as I create two connections for one for this top side and one for this bottom side. So you can see this edge from the side viewport, and then click on the ring button, right click, create two connection, then click outside, double click on this edge. In the perspective viewport you can see the movement. Okay, same as I select this edge by double click and then move here. After creating these connections, same as you have to create two connection here also. So you can select this edge from here or here also by clicking on this, then click on the ring button, right click, click on the connect, then click outside. By double click on this edge you can select this, zoom out a little bit so you can see this pivot, and then move down, double click on this edge and then move upside. Okay, uh, same as you can create connection here also. So I select this edge. You can see this edge from the top viewport. By clicking on this you can select this one. No, we have to select this edge, this one. Okay, then click on the ring button. So all these edges got selected. Then right click, click on the connect tool. No need to click on the connect setting button every time. Then click outside, double click to select these edges in the loop and then place here. After placing a decent amount of connection, you can apply turbo smooth or open subdiv. First I exit from the editing mode and then click on the modify button. Find open subdiv by typing. Click on this open subdiv modifier. Open subdiv modifier apply on this couch. I maximize this perspective viewport and here you can see the smoothness look nice, but you have to create some more connection on these edges. First I turn off this. You can see we have to move this connection nearby this edge. So first I minimize this and then select this edge by selecting edge subdivision mode, double click on this, move nearby this corner, then click on the open subdiv, click on the I button. So you can see smoothness is look nice. Now we have to place some connection in this side also. So I click on the edge selection mode, then click on this edge, click on the ring button for applying ring selection, then right click, connect. Okay, two connections are created. By double click on this connection you can select them and then move here. Okay, in the perspective viewport you can see the changes. but you have to move these from the top viewport only. By double click I select this and then place here. Now I click on the open subdiv and on this modifier by clicking on this I button, so you can see now it's more smooth. Same as you can see on the other side, and you can place connection here also. So I think connection is already created here. In case if you want to move, just double click on this edge. First select this edge mode and then double click. You can see you can move this from the side viewport also, or you can move from the top viewport also. Okay. uh, in case if you want to apply smoothness on this edge, you can first I enable this. You can see it's not much smooth, so you can create connection here also. First I select this edge, then click on the ring button, right click, create two edges. First I deselect this, then double click on this edge. You can see this edge from the top viewport. By click and drag you can move. Same as you can create two connection for this side also. Yes, select this edge. Okay. You can select this edge from the this face by clicking. Click on the ring selection, right click, connect. Okay, two copies are created. By click outside I deselect this, then double click for selecting this edge, and then use top viewport for moving. Okay, if you are using this top viewport, you have better control for move this edge. Same as I select this edge by double click and then move nearby this edge. Okay, after placing these connection, you can check by clicking on the open subdiv and then click on this I button. I think smoothness is fine. Now you can create legs. So first you have to move this upside. In case if you want to move around 1 feet or 9 inches, you can use this z axis value. By providing value here, you can move in the z axis. Now I create leg from the top viewport, so you can see these corners. First I choose slender tool and then create a slender here by click and drag from the front viewport or side viewport. You can see in this viewport you can increase height by clicking. You can define this height. In case if you want to change the dimension, just right click and then go to modify tab, and here you can change the height. First I zoom this area so I can see the overall height or radius. Okay, I think this radius is fine. Then move this here. In case if you want to reduce the number of these height segment, you can use this height segment parameter. Just right click on this. You can turn this into a default value, that is 1. Or in case if you want to modify this little bit, in case if you want to apply a taper size here, so first convert this into a editable poly. And in case if you want to select this top polygon, you can use isolation mode. By pressing alt q you can apply isolation mode. Or in case if you want to exit from the isolation mode, you can click on this button to exit from the isolation mode. So first I press alt q to activate this. Then you can select this polygon or this bottom one. By pressing alt scroll wheel you can rotate this. So first I select this polygon, then switch to scale tool. By click and hold on this center triangle, I scale little bit down. Okay, so you can see in the left viewport it look like a taper shape. Okay, in case if you want to apply some more details, you can create connections. So first I select these edges and then create two connection. By increasing this value, first define two connection here. By increasing this parameter, you can see you can move these edges. First I maximize this. uh, by using first parameter, you can increase the space, type 0 in the third parameter, and then increase spacing from here. This first parameter, just click and hold and then move upside. Okay, then apply. Now you can select these polygons with the window selection like this. Same as you can select these polygon also by pressing Ctrl key, then click and drag. Select all these polygon. By pressing Alt W, I minimize this viewport and then maximize this perspective viewport. In case if you want to apply extrude, right click and then click on the extrude button. So by default extrude amount apply like this. So make sure this local normal is selected, then decrease the extrude amount from here. I think it should be like this. By pressing alt key, you can slightly move upside or downside. uh, I think it's look nice. Okay, so make sure local normal should be selected by clicking on the group. This parameter extrude like this, or by polygon it will extrude like this. Okay, so make sure this parameter set on the local normal. Now I reduce little bit. So press alt key and then click and drag. Now I switch to select and move tool and then click on this button to exit from the isolation mode. By pressing alt scroll wheel, you can rotate this. By pressing alt W, you can minimize this. Now you can create multiple copies by pressing shift key and then click and drag. Click on the copy radio button, then press OK. In case if you want to select both, so press and hold Ctrl key and then click on this leg. By clicking, you can select them. Press shift key, then click and drag and create another copy. Same as I create other copy also. In case if you want to rotate this, first I create a copy. You can rotate this by using rotate tool. First you have to enable this angle rotation by clicking on this. In case if you want to apply a specific angle amount, just right click here, then type angle value here. I type 45, then close this. By click and hold on this gray color outline, then click and move upside, so you can rotate this with this method. Then disable this angle snapping and choose select and move tool. By using this green color handle, I move in the y axis, and by using this red color handle, I move in the x axis. Okay, and then place here. I think width is little bit down, so you have to move little bit inside. Okay, so legs also created. In case if you want to change the color, select all the element and then click on this color box and then click on this color, that color you want to apply. So a simple couch is created with the simple connect and extrude tool.